This is Alvin.
And this is Parapants.
We just watched Koutetsujou no Kabaneri or some shit. Episodes 5, 6, and 7. You want to give me some brief thoughts before I can do through an overview?
I had some nagging little problems with it, but all in all, it was good. But we'll get to that.
Right. Episode 5. So they go into town, some shit on the tracks, and they're like, hey, if we ramp up the boiler and get the crane, we can get that shit off the tracks.
What exactly was that they rolled into? It kind of looked like an amusement park from far away, a giant colossus at Magic Mountain.
I guess it was just it wasn't a town, I don't think. I guess it was just a station. Like, there was that big gun that they went back for eventually, and then there was a giant crane. Maybe it was just like a train repair station. So, like, oh yeah, and they go in there, there's a few survivors, and one of the survivors, some peg leg dude, who fucking does some mind game on, what's her name, Minmay?
No, Mume.
Mume. And he's like, stop having so much fun. And she's like, aw. And then she gets all depressed because she's like, oh, my only value is to kill Kabaneri, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to fucking be a dickhead.
Yeah, he trolled her good. He got to her.
And he's like, he tries to cut her neck, and then she, like, blocks it. And he's like, you're getting slow. And he pulls out this old-timey pistol from his, like,
he's
man.
Like, you fell right into my trap.
She could have fucking kicked his ass still. It's like, nigga, you...
I know, he had, like, one eye
and one leg.
And you still couldn't kick his ass.
Yeah. It's like, come on, don't get all too full of yourself. So, yeah, the main dude, Ikoma, I guess his name, right?
Yeah.
He's like, let's juke around the side, and so they can only attack a single file. We can activate the boiler. And she's like, fuck that. And
well, because, you know, she's feeling a little insecure after she was told by an old comrade that her only purpose is to kill Kabaneri, and if she can't do that, then she'll be tossed away.
If you let yourself get bitched out by like a one-armed, one-legged, he had two arms, one-eyed, one-legged old dude,
one-eyed Pete,
and he's like, look, I got fired, but you ain't shit. It's like, no, nigga, you ain't shit. Look at you. Fuck, I still got my job, bitch. But no, she fucking...
Now, was he ousted because he got injured?
I don't know. We'll find out later why he was ousted, I guess. But, yeah, it seemed a little forced to me, because it's like, come on. They seemed like, we needed to give a reason for her to start acting up.
She was kicking ass all this time, and people seemed to accept her and really like her, and she seemed to be getting along with everyone, and this one dude comes along and says, haha, you ain't shit, and all of a sudden she's like, oh, I ain't shit. Let me do something incredibly stupid that would get everybody killed.
Yeah, I guess, like, that kind of felt weird to me because it's like, in the age of the internet, you can't let one person, or even 100 people, fucking shit talk you into doing some dumb shit. I mean, I don't know. Whatever, it happened. So everything goes to shit, and she ends up in a cave under some fucking rocks.
So what had happened is, like, they wanted to go around, but she's like, no, we go in fast and furious straight ahead. So she pretty much broke from the pack and rushed into this enclosure or whatever, and to kill off a few Kabaneri. And, you know, she's kicking ass for a bit, but...
No, the thing is, like, they blame her. She's like, see, bitch, if you would have done what I told you, then we wouldn't have... But... Nobody knew that there was a giant Kabaneri monster underground. They're like, see, you killed those few, and you made the Kabaneri monster mad.
No. I mean, it was her fault because she deviated from the plan, and she made the situation worse.
No. But the plan wasn't, let's go this way because we don't want to fuck with the giant Kabaneri monster. The plan was, this way is safer. I mean...
Well, it probably was safer. They probably would not have aroused the giant Kabaneri monster.
They didn't know of the existence of the monster.
The colony or whatever, the conglomerate.
She should have been like, look, ain't my fault. You didn't know there was a monster down there. Don't give me that shit. Yes, all right, fine. I went in the other way.
But she just made it easier for them to blame her.
Yeah,
which they didn't do, really. They didn't really do that.
The show is really about... just blaming people for shit. You're in a horrible situation, and as soon as you get the
opportunity, their ass. Like, no. Fuck you,
see,
Mume.
That's, you know what? You be one of those people on that train that getting all salty, even though.
Yeah, I would be on the train like fighting over one of those tamales.
Those tamales must taste like some good ass shit. He's like, hey man, give me your tamale. He's like, what, nigga? I'll cut you. I'll cut a nigga before I give up my tamales. Okay, so yeah, the episode ends. She's trapped under some rocks, and fucking homeboy is trying to save her and give her hope. Yeah.
Ikoma.
Episode 6, we go into her wah past, where I guess her sister gets killed for some reason.
No, I don't know who that young woman is. There's a young woman on the ground. She's dressed like one of the hunters, and this is a flashback, and she's reaching out, supposedly, I guess, presumably to Mume, screaming, "Help me!" And some big ass dude comes up behind her and just blasts her in the chest, just kills her. So I don't know. I guess that was a comrade or a friend.
Yeah, it fucked with her, whatever it was. But the weird thing is, like, the end of episode 5, the train does a full reverse because it can't get past the shit in the track because the guy didn't lift it all the way because he had to go save Mume because she fucked up. And so they're behind this wall and they're like, well, we can't go back. What are we gonna do? So you think like, oh man, they're fucking trapped behind this wall. And apparently off screen, they just go right back into the town, rescue Mume, find them.
That was a weird transition because, like,
they
Ikoma,
get the big gun.
Yeah, well, Ikoma, like, he's supposed to work the crane to move the pile of junk out of off the track for the train to go.
Yeah.
But Mume falls over, into the depths, I guess. And he abandons his mission to go save her, and they take refuge in
a little mine.
A little mine, which caves in.
Yep.
And Mume's under some rocks.
Yep.
And Ikoma's trying to get her out, and he can't get her out.
Yep. That's the previous episode. But keep going.
Oh, it is? Okay. And there's Kabaneri in the mine, so Ikoma goes to fight off the Ikoma.
No, you mean fight off the Kabaneri?
I'm sorry. Ikoma goes to fight off the Kabaneri. Mume's still under some rocks.
Yep.
She passes out, I guess, or goes to sleep. Ikoma is, like, just covered in Kabaneri, and you think he's done for because they're just chomping on his ass left and right. And the screen fades, and all of a sudden, like, the people on the train, like the other hunters on the train or fighters on the train, rescue Mume. Like,
that's the beginning of episode 6.
Yeah. It just sort of happens.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, how are they able? I mean, they didn't even they didn't give any indication in episode 5. Like, well, maybe once the monster goes down the depths, we can go back in. And because they made it seem like they were just. I mean, all right, they were like, oh, we can't abandon them, but I didn't think it would be that easy for them to go find them and get the gun.
How did they know that? Ikoma ran inside the mine.
It just feels like they skipped some stuff. I don't know.
I know. It just seemed a little too convenient. First of all, in that situation, fuck those two. I mean...
Yeah. Well, he did say he'd meet him on the other side. So, but I mean, they couldn't get by. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. Like, you're on Nightmare Train, and there's freaking zombie empire coming after you. Are you really thinking about two? I mean... You
know what? That's why I can't be on the train with you, because you leave my ass behind.
No, I would never leave you behind. I would jump in after you.
No, are you going to get me out of those rocks? No, you'd be the one in the rocks.
I would...
I'd be like, see, look at your ass under some damn rocks.
I wouldn't deviate from the plan like Mume did.
Yeah, you would.
I would go along
you would.
The
you would think you had a better idea.
I would be that bitch running the train who takes off her shirt.
Time to release pleasure.
Who takes off, who just rips off her shirt to make the train go at maximum speed.
Yeah.
That's her power up, like disrobe.
All right, and there's other stuff, but all right. A train's about to tip over. You're inside the train.
Oh God.
You go to the side that's elevated, and your additional weight does help push that down. However, while you're inside the train, pushing against the wall of the train does not exert any additional horizontal force that would cause that train to, go back onto the tracks.
Okay, all right, I gotta explain.
We argued about this for literally 25 minutes.
When we saw this, we had to actually stop the video and have a discussion about what exactly was wrong with that plan of, like, going to one side of the train that's lifting off the track, that's fine. But pushing on it, um, I was wrong. I said the problem with that idea was that the force was coming at a perpendicular direction of gravity. And Alvin was saying, like, no, that's not the problem. The problem is that it's happening within the train. So,
Yeah, I don't have the knowledge to articulate what I'm trying to say, but basically, when you're inside the train pushing against the wall, you're not exerting horizontal force that would cause the train. It's like you're pushing against nothing, or there's
well,
like equal force or something. I don't know.
yeah, no, no. After giving it some thought, he's right. It's because the force coming from your feet, like you're pressing up against the train, but that force is being canceled out. That's why it doesn't do anything. So, yeah, and we actually had to like go to a forum and look up and say like somebody's got to be having this
Yeah.
argument.
We went to my anime list for the thread. Fortunately, my anime list has a thread for each episode of every anime, and there were people talking about this, and they came to the conclusion like, yes, it was bullshit. Of course, there are a couple of a few butthurt weebs who are like, why are you focusing on this? Can't we talk about the other things? I don't really see why that's important.
And from what I saw, like people are just, they said like, yeah, that's bullshit. You can't do that. But they thought it was funny. They
Yeah.
weren't. They weren't losing their minds over it. That like the laws of physics were being violated.
And then they're like, well, they thought they were doing the right thing, and they're not very educated, and so, well, what's the big deal? I could totally see it. And I'm like, no, you're adding to the story. You're saying,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's being presumptuous. I know why. I don't know why, but I have a good feeling that the reason why the characters decided to push on the side of the trains because the director of the show was like, look, we gotta make this moment extra tense and give them something to do. Because if they're just standing there, like on the other side of the train and not doing something actiony, then it's gonna look weird. So we gotta have them doing something
Honestly, I
to
think
up the tension.
Parafans said, or maybe I said, that like going to the elevated side of the train and jumping up and down
Yeah.
probably would have been more effective than pushing against the wall and applying absolutely no horizontal force. But whatever, yeah, we got a kick out of that. And if you're one of those weebs that got butthurt because people wouldn't let it go, then maybe you should go
Don't
see some
call
sunshine.
don't call people
I call
weebs.
people weebs all day, every day. But yeah, that was pretty funny. I mean, that was weird. It was a weird moment where I saw that and I stopped and I'm like, I don't know
Say,
what's wrong,
That's definitely
but I know
wrong.
something's wrong.
Yeah, I had that feeling too, even though I was wrong about my analysis of it. I'm like, I don't think that can work.
Yeah, I think like I crawled way back in time to like 8th or 7th grade, and I'm like sitting at that desk and someone's trying to teach me physics, and I'm like just not paying attention. And I'm like, shit. If I would have paid attention, I would know what's wrong. Well, yeah, that's episode 6, and
But good for you for,
yeah.
figuring that out.
No, I didn't figure it out. A lot of people saw that was wrong. Oh yeah, and I guess they kill a Kabane monster by shooting the Kabane heart or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I have to say that creature did look kind of interesting. That was cool. I didn't know Kabani could, work together like that.
Well, hey, this is an Attack on Titan, but hey, here's a giant. But it's made of little tiny people, so it doesn't count. It's not a copy.
Oh, come on. Not the same as that.
Sure
The
it's not.
the giants on Attack on Titan are way more disturbing because
Oh,
they
no,
look
I
like
know.
people. They don't look like, fog monsters.
I don't know. I'm not with it on this anime. There's something not clicking. It feels like there's a few strip gears in the machine. It's just not moving.
I feel my problem with this show is that there doesn't seem to be enough at stake because not enough people die when they should die. Like that one dude who went down there to take off.
Oh,
take
you
out-
see, you know what? You wanted that dude to die. You tried to kill that
No,
dude.
no, it's just too many people.
Your core
kinda-
characters aren't gonna die like that.
Dude, on Attack on Titan, I mean, like, yeah, we had problems with the story and the direction it went into, but you always fear like who's gonna die.
You just
Yeah.
want people to die in these shows because you think that makes it more serious.
Well, no, like senseless, pointless death is not the issue, but there has to be consequences, and you don't really feel that there are enough consequences for all this stuff that's happening.
I think what bothers me is like it seems like when there are no Kabane, and maybe this is just testament to the Japanese spirit of just living in general, but it's like when there's no Kabane attack, it seems like everything's flourishing. They've got nice clothes.
Oh yeah.
They've got fields and green, and it's like wait.
Well, Attack on Titan, like the cities.
Yeah, but there was still fear. There's no real fear of it. Doesn't seem apocalyptic to me. It just seems like the Kabane come
Yeah,
in just to move the story along.
Yeah, but you know why there was fear? Because at any moment there could be an attack by one of the giants, and they would just eat people left and right.
Well,
And
what's the difference between that and the Kabane? They'll come fuck your town up.
yeah, but they were eating like people you would know
What?
in Attack on Titan. Nobody significant is getting killed on the Kabane show.
No. You're talking. No, I think I'm thinking something different. I think.
All right.
Well, whatever. I don't know. Episode 7.
No, but I think you're right. These people live a little too casually for there to be like zombie apocalypse everywhere else.
Yeah, it seems like they have. Well, I know I said episode 7. They have time for political bullshit and all this other shit. Well, I know you got to have politics and some kind of structure, but it's like all it takes is like a tiny hole in the wall, and you can get like a million of these things coming in. I don't know. It's just something about it just doesn't click with me. I feel like it's trying to be all actiony and shit, but whatever. Right?
Wait, and so like just I'm sorry if this is stupid, but the only way to get into these cities are through these trains, right?
I guess there's like a big old gate, and you put a train through it.
Okay, so the Kabani can't get in any other way.
Apparently not, because even though they can stick to windows and grip onto trains and climb like motherfuckers, they can't climb these walls. Maybe they
Yeah.
got them covered with like boy butter or something. I don't know. All right, episode 7. They go to a town. It's nice as shit, and the people of the town are like, "Hey, welcome aboard. You're leaving tomorrow."
Yeah, this was the respite episode where
This is
there's
where
no attack.
This is the episode where you asked, "Wait, where the fuck are they going in overall?" And I'm like, I don't know.
Like
They're
stay
just
here.
They can't stay.
I
The
guess
town
not.
was like, "Get out."
No, but they got guns, dude.
Yeah, they're like, well, no, they had to trade their gun technology for food. I don't know where they're going.
Dude, if I give you like zombie attack guns, I should get more than just food. I
No,
should get like, like place hole up for a bit.
And they agreed to take in the sick and the weak.
Oh, okay, well that helps.
And food's really scarce because, as we learned in this episode, there's no rice.
There's no rice in yet, and Alvin pointed this out. We swear we saw rice fields everywhere.
Well, they weren't. Whatever those fields were, they weren't full of liquid, but they could have been rice fields. We thought maybe they didn't tell the background painter that there was no rice, or maybe that's just something they were recording and they just threw that in there. Maybe some kind of improv.
You know what happened? Like
What?
that background painter spent like 60 hours doing those damn paintings, and then the director comes in and is like, "Oh, you're not supposed to put rice," and the dude just had a fit and started breaking all his pencils.
He's like, "Here you go. You're the background painter now. Here, since you know so fucking much." He's like, No. I mean, all I'm saying is maybe you could change it." It's like, "No, maybe you can change it, asshole. You know what I do? I paint rice fields. Look around you. Look outside. What do you see? That's what I paint." But yeah. So yeah, no rice. So this truly is a nightmare.
We know how much Alvin loves rice.
Yeah, I bet there's some Japanese people watching the show, and once they hit the no rice line, they're like, no.
I like what food that if we ran out of it would just shock us.
Fried chicken.
Oh god. No.
Well, hold on.
French fries.
French
Maybe
fries?
French fries.
Oh, what? You couldn't live without French fries? That would be no potato.
No potatoes.
What food would I hate to run out?
Bread.
See, that's wheat. If you couldn't grow green wheat, I could go without bread.
If you couldn't grow wheat, that would
I
knock
could
out
go
a
without.
lot.
I could go without bread. What food would I miss? If it's a nightmare future, and I look back and like remember when we had. Well, no, bread. If I was like remember when we had bread, that would be pretty
Maker's
sad.
Mark.
No, I just. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but I do every. By the time we get to talking, I'm at least a couple shots in on some makers, so maybe I should have said that in the first episode. So yeah, maybe bread. I would miss that. Hang your wishes on trees, because why the fuck not?
No, it's Tanabata.
Yeah, tada.
And also, what episode was it? We found out Mumei's real name is Hotsuma.
I think that was a third. Who knows?
And I have to say that I think that's a really pretty name. It's very unusual.
Sure is. Hotsuma. Means fill your ass with rice.
Why not? No, I thought that was really pretty.
We had some Japanese politics that I could not fucking follow.
Yeah.
We had that scene where that kid's like, yeah, my dad's on that train, and then she has this flashback to the train on fire. And she's like, well, I don't know anything about that train.
And asshole Duke rolls in and says, oh yeah, your dad's dead.
Like, your dad's dead. Like, what? Like, damn, that nigga's cold-blooded.
He is pretty cold-blooded. I love that dude.
Yeah. No, because you wanted him to die under that train.
No, I'm just saying.
You were so sad when he lived.
No, I really like that dude. I really do.
Me too. That's why I wanted him to live. Taking that chunk of mystery meat out of the gear.
You gotta kill your darlings sometimes.
No, that's why I can never write anything. Let me see. Dat brace pulled.
Oh, that.
Oh yeah. I just wrote dat brace because Mume, like she's got some clothes that have like, you know the shit that comes over your shoulders when you're riding a roller coaster. It's like she's wearing that shit. I don't.
That's a weird design, yeah.
I feel like they drew those in like the fucking orthogonal views of the character, like the front, side, and rear views, and they're like, look at that silhouette. That looks pretty cool. And then they made the character and it's like, what is this goofy shit? What is she like? Is this supposed to be steampunk? Like, or maybe like if she needs to hang from the ceiling, that she just fucking puts those hooks in. I don't know. I thought that was weird. But she's still wearing those blade shoes, which I think is, yeah, I don't know. I mean, take them shits off. I don't know.
Well, you never know when, you gotta cut somebody.
Yeah, you never know when you're gonna, like, accidentally cut some shit up that you're not supposed to.
Yeah, well, she's not that incompetent. She's a seasoned warrior.
Oh, of course she is, yeah. If you train for like 1,000,000 hours, then you can wear blade shoes, because whatever. Oh, the Blue Samurai guy, he's getting a sense of humor. I'm starting to warm up to him.
See, he's a cool dude.
I did not like him at first. I'm like, fuck you.
No.
I think I was just in a bad mood.
Yeah, I'm sensing some romance vibes between him and Ayane.
Ooh.
The princess. So they make a cute couple. So.
I wrote down Captain Save-A-Ho because like the main guy Ikuma. He's like, well, I'm just gonna have to kill every Kabane so that you could be human and smile again and eat rice. And I'm like, really, nigga? Damn. I liked you better when you were all about your steam gun.
Yeah, he needs to go back he needs to go back to making the perfect gun.
Yeah, I think I've watched a couple shows where like a girl is having an existential crisis and guy's like, well, I'm just gonna have to change the whole world just so you can get your smile back. And she's like, really?
Wait a minute, you mean you wouldn't do that for me?
Shh, you gonna be frowning. I'll be like, bitch, there's zombies outside. The fuck?
Oh.
I'm sorry you can't smile and shit.
Don't you want to see my smile again?
Nah, I'm like, bitch, we ain't got no rice. The fuck? I gotta kill every zombie. Even all the zombies that turn into a super zombie? I don't know. I like moments where heroes are like, well, I'm just gonna have to do the impossible, but to do it just for some chick to make her smile again and save her humanity, it's like, it just seems kind of.
I like to think that's what every man in Japan tells a woman that he's trying to date. I want to change the world just to see your smile again.
Oh man, she's like,
you know those dudes they're running that game like that.
Yeah, maybe they're slowly trying to teach kids game. Like, lie to bitches. Do whatever it takes. Just tell them what they want to hear. The kid's like, that's all I got. Yeah. Wait, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
I'm gonna do it on you one of these days. You can be in an emotional state, and I'll be like, baby, I'll do that impossible thing just for you. And you'll
Just
be,
for your smile.
and even though you know I'll be bullshitting like a motherfucker, a tiny part of you will be like, really?
If you can get yourself to even make that bullshit
I don't know.
come out of your mouth.
If we start before I start hitting the makers, then maybe. All right, that was episode 5, 6, 7. Any final thoughts?
No, just more zombie action. I want to see some more one-on-one zombie fight.
Yeah, we'll keep watching, like I say at the end of every one of these shows. But I feel like I'm watching a different show than the people that made the show think they made.
Yeah. I'm not feeling any tension. I mean, like
Yeah, there's some tension. Come on now.
I don't know. I mean, like I just don't feel like there's enough at stake. I don't
Yeah.
feel like anyone's lives are really I mean, like I know they're in danger, but I just feel like the story is not going to let meaningful, purposeful, significant people. You know, if anybody's going to die, it's going to be I'm just saying, like if there are any significant characters in the cast that are going to die, it's going to be that Western dude with the weird ass with the Western accent.
No, wait, the guy with the mask?
Yeah, it's
No.
going to be that motherfucker. You know, I'm praying. I know it won't come true, but I really wish that dude was actually like the master Kabaneri
No.
handler, the Western dude.
He's just there like Boomhauer. He's like, yeah, man, them damn old zombies, man. So, get the train going.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't feel like anything shocking is going to happen. Something just out of left field or something just take my I don't feel like I'm on edge
Yeah.
at all.
I just feel like the drama feels imbalanced, and I don't know, my attachment to the characters just feels weird. Like I kind of like the guy and the girl and the royal chick and her blue samurai and the guy's best friend and the asshole dude and the chick who drives the train.
And the chick with all the children around her.
That's the chick that's always carrying
Yeah,
that
always
kid.
carrying that baby.
I mean, it's a nice crew of characters, but something's not clicking for me. I don't know what it is. All right, well, let's wrap this up. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Bye.